Hey, Roy, how you doing tonight?
We are live.
We are live. Welcome to the QuadR podcast. You have a good
I am
day?
doing fine.
Yeah?
It was a long day. It was a long day. Lots of the school year has been going a little bit for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people start getting comfortable, and you got to remind people that this is school.
Yeah, right on.
So some of that's been going on.
We had one of those meetings at work today. It just went off the rails. So I don't know how effective it was, but right on. Yeah. Beautiful here in Michigan. I mean, it's been gorgeous. Like just we're in that Indian summer, or maybe not officially because we haven't had a frost, but it's been 80s, sunny, 50s at night. Just
Ooh,
gorgeous. Kind of like California weather.
right.
For sure. All right. Well, let me get to the open. It's a pretty cool night. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. It's amazing. Like, even with not that much wrestling going on, how the wrestling scene continues to fill us with all sorts of awesome news and fun stuff to talk about. And we also have a special guest tonight, which we'll bring in a little bit here. But first off, welcome to the QuadR Wrestling Report. We strive to keep our fingers on the pulse of you, the wrestling community. I'm your host, Ralph. Little Ricky Henderson, third person there. Alongside my brother Roy. Hey Roy, say hi.
Hey Al, Roy here.
We're excited to talk all things wrestling. Ralph can be found on X at Ralph D. Nyberg, and Roy can be found at X on at Roy_Nyberg. We stream live on X and YouTube. Always welcome to join the chat. Roy typically monitors the X chat, and I typically monitor the YouTube chat. YouTube channel is at QuadR Podcast. Email is quadrapodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast can be found on Spotify, Amazon, and after lots and lots of struggling, Apple Podcasts as well. Search us at QuadR Podcast. You'll probably end up hitting the Quad Pod first, but then if you go to their podcast, usually there's a link to ours on the side of that because they can't figure out if we're the same thing or not. So that's awesome.
And Apple makes you work for it. Apple makes you.
So we can also be found on Instagram and TikTok to a lesser extent. We try to get some reels and things out there, but thanks for jumping in. Again, chat is always welcome. Excellent. You got anything else for the open here, Roy?
Well, the Bay Area's college teams are starting to post their schedules, so I'm looking at when I can go. I'll have more to say about that later. I was going to look at my bingo card and make sure that
Right.
I'm hitting as much as I can because we got some D2, we got some junior college, and yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, Michigan's schedule came out. I mean, oh, yeah. I mean, there's like, yeah, we could sit here and talk schedules all night, but
Right.
Let's go ahead and get rolling. So this is officially the QuadR Podcast 01. So you are on the ground level. We had our 18 beta episodes. We tried to work through various kinks with audio or trying different bits. But now that we're on every podcast streaming service and we got things pretty well locked in, and really wrestling's really about to start, right? I mean, this is kind of the beginning of the season. We're officially calling this episode 01. So start your recording now. You are ground level. And as always, or at least for now, we always start off with the quote of the week. This is from world champion, three-time NCAA champion Lee Kemp. And the quote is, "Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it."
That made me think of like lots of stuff.
Okay, you start.
Sure. I wonder how many world champions went like 90% of the time feeling like I don't want to do this.
Oh.
And I just did it because I was disciplined.
Well,
now that I got here.
You said that when you were wrestling at Penn, you were surprised at how many people like didn't love wrestling like you did, and just happened to be pretty good at it, right? And I kind of feel like you could replace discipline with life.
Yeah.
Doing what needs to be done. I mean, right? You roll out of bed and like, there you go, man. You got to get her done. Uh,
Honestly, though, the hard part is knowing what needs to be done.
right.
'Cause
Yeah.
you can always like run more and do more push-ups, but
Uh,
I don't I like looking back, I'm not sure that was like the best use of my time to become a better wrestler,
right.
but it felt
So,
like I was doing something, right? I scratched that itch of like
hmm
I'm getting better, but I don't know if I was getting better faster.
yeah. So you not only need discipline, but you need some direction.
Yeah,
Because you could be disciplined in doing the wrong things every day, right?
right.
And so that's what I think, Penn State's always releasing those dodgeball videos.
Right.
And like those guys at Citadel are like, man, we just need to play more dodgeball. It's all in the works. All right, well, let's bring in our guest. You ready, Roy?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right, hopefully our guest is
Episode
ready.
one, guest
Episode
one.
one, guest one. This is big stuff. So, give a nice warm welcome, everyone, to Clint here from WrestleMatness.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. This is a pleasure. I mean, episode 01,
Right.
unbelievable.
Yes.
It's an honor to be here for this episode. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, well, I've always been fascinated by WrestleMatness. I mean, this is like to me such a great value add as a wrestling fan. To have. I mean, I'm not a sports gambler. I don't wager money and things like that, but I do like to sort of think about odds and obviously, everybody does like March Madness brackets, in basketball, everyone's sort of used to the concept, but like, I mean, it's like, what fun, I mean, the great thing about wrestling fans is we all think we know everything. And why not have this great chance to prove that we know everything? So what inspired you to start WrestleMatness?
Great question. And thanks for those kind words. Yeah, I think wrestling, it's just always been built into the bracket system. I mean, tournaments as young kids, looking through that bracket, seeing that big name at the top, and it's just cool to see the names come out. And I think my brother and I have always kind of been obsessed with that. So, cool story early on was the old Sega Genesis and NHL 94.
Yeah.
We used to set up as big of a bracket as we could with those teams on that game, and then we would just play tournament after tournament over and over. So I think the obsession with brackets came first. And then as far as WrestleMatness goes, it was '07. I think it was 2007. Yeah. NCAA championships up in Detroit, Auburn Hills. We were there to watch a couple of wrestlers we knew close, Jake Herbert and Matt Hill.
Oh, right on.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we were there. Jake won that year. So it was a celebratory weekend as well. But we were there with a close friend of ours, Ty Moore, one of the most legendary PA wrestlers of all time. And he just challenged us. He said, "Hey guys, let's pick out these brackets, every weight class, all the way through, and see who wins at the end of the weekend." So, of course, I won naturally.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was just great fun. And then years later, my brother is really kind of his idea to. He was the idea guy, as he says. And he said, "Hey, let's turn that into something so we could play with more people, more friends." So, yeah, long story short, that's kind of how we got started with the idea, at least.
So did you have like an IT background or did
Not at all, Ralph. I mean, my brother and I, he's an art teacher. I'm a construction superintendent.
okay.
I now have to do some software, like IT stuff for construction software. I've gotten better at things, but yeah, we did not. Maybe it was good that we didn't think too hard about it because the struggles came quickly with that sort of thing, not being too good on computers.
Oh, I had this like idea that you guys were like IT geniuses and I was going to start like just randomly pitching you stuff all the time. Hey, can you make this app for me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's shot.
I wish I was. Honestly, now that I've we dived into it a little bit, I wish I was, and I'm getting a little better each day. But just judging by my social media content, you can tell I'm no wizard in the computer world. But we did come across a couple of software geniuses, developers who built out WrestleMatness for us. And honestly, without those two angels walking this earth, it would not be here. I could promise you that.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Roy, did you have a question?
Oh, well, not about the history. It's about the claw thing. Or you want? Or can we talk about that?
Well, okay. Well, maybe a
Or is
little
it?
bit more about like, so you and your brother were both wrestlers.
Yes. Back in PA, there's actually three of us.
Okay.
I'm the youngest, and my brother Aaron, who is the CEO of Matness, he is the oldest. We have a middle brother who actually held the county record for wins for about a decade. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, he just he likes to examine Wrestle Matness from the outside a little bit. He plays all the time, but yeah, three brothers who competed at everything imaginable in sports. You can see my collection of figurines up here. My dolls, as my wife calls them. Yeah, just obsessed with sports through and through. So, yeah, PA, the heartbeat of wrestling in America, right? That's where all the studs come from. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, I know.
Ooh.
That's a very, like,
The studliest of the studs, let's say
yeah,
that.
Guys,
yeah.
stirring up the controversy here.
Right, right.
Early.
Hey, I'm not too nice too long, Ralph. We'll mix it up a little bit. You'll see.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, yeah. So there are some sort of WrestleMatness deadlines coming up, aren't there? So let's talk a little bit about that. So how did you guys get? And I'm gonna go ahead and switch over here to WrestleMatness, and actually, let me go back. So if you never use WrestleMatness, then what you'll see initially is a screen that says "Join the Madness," and you'll create an ID. I think pretty much all of us have some experience with creating IDs. I'm confident in all your skill sets there. Do you guys do any authentication with Google or anything? Signing with Google? Is there any of that going on, or you guys just have unique accounts?
Yeah, just unique accounts.
Okay, right on. All right, so you get here, and so let's talk Claw first. So you've got, its own link up there in the top right corner for Claw. How did you guys get involved with the folks at Claw?
So super pumped about this one. Claw, yeah, boy, I don't know exactly when it started. Tom Houck, who's co-founder of Claw, and I just kind of hooked up on Instagram messaging, and I just love the idea of professional wrestling leagues. I don't think I've been more giddy about wrestling as far as that draft that they had. That was so cool to just watch wrestlers being drafted.
Well, they did such a professional job with that draft. I was like, super impressed with that whole process. And the draft's hard.
Yeah,
because you don't know who's getting picked when, and like who do you invite, and so pulling off a draft, and like the guys at BEG they were great on the mic, like they looked like they'd done it a million times before or something. They did a super great job with that event.
Yeah, so leading up to that draft, Tom had reached out and said, "Hey, we'd like to do a fantasy for our league that's opening up in 2025. So how can we make that happen?" And yeah, it just came together pretty quick, to be honest with you. He had his own ideas of what he wanted his league to look like. We added in a little bit of our own flair, and that's what we have. And just like anything on Wrestle Madness, it's a work in progress. That it's only going to get better year after year as we add features and such. But yeah, just kind of good old fashioned reaching into the DMs and meeting somebody and talking to them.
Yeah, like networking and like, so this is super interesting in a lot of levels. You have you build a roster, purchasing based off of, values that are preset, and And then also they've put up some prize money, right? You're going to have to sell some of those dolls. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I think I got an Anthony Munoz back here that's worth about 1,000.
there you go.
Maybe I just lose one. But yeah, it's so generous of these guys to put up prize money, not just for first place, but for second, third, fourth, and fifth. So
Yeah, that's super cool.
yeah, it's something we've been looking forward to adding in WrestleMatness for a while now. It's
Yeah.
legitimate prize.
So basically, after you join the league or then you come in here to edit your picks. And I swear that I made my picks now. Nobody copy me. I know then we got to share the first prize with a tie, and then like it's not going to be great, and like so. But I thought by weight class, maybe not though. I got a couple 84s.
But you got to pick 10, and there's not 10 weight classes, so you figure it out.
But you don't have to cover every weight class. Is that how it works?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, you can pick any 10 wrestlers. Does not matter weight class at all. It's just there for your reference to know what, it's good to see who's in what weight class. So
yeah, that's what I was doing. I would filter by weight, and then I'd kind of like see who was the good value. I've been giving away the trade secrets, but
you don't want to don't say too much there, right?
Well, this is also Roy and I's weekly wager from last week. So like there's a family pride on the line as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably just split the prize money.
Sure.
I'll reinvest it into the show.
It's all about bragging rights.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. So yeah, and you can still update that roster. So if you are afraid of somebody duplicating your exact roster,
I can go down here to available competitors. Someone's gonna have to pause the show on YouTube and zoom in and like. So you can see here that like what is the total? You start with like 1,000. Is that right?
1,000 points. Yeah, just to give you reference, Zane Rutherford is the most expensive on that list there at 250. So
right,
those points come off the board pretty quick.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give you guys advice on whether you should pick Zane or not. But it is interesting. There's been a lot of it's been pretty dynamic, right? So that's one thing I guess I wanted to ask. Like it seems like every other day on Twitter I see like Rockmuller is out with a knee injury. Like what happens? Do we get any like credit if our guy gets hurt after we're locked, or we're just like that's it?
Yeah, so after the rosters are locked here on October 3rd at midnight, those wrestlers are locked in. Now, if he gets hurt in competition and he's replaced by somebody,
I get that guy.
You'll get that replacement wrestler. Yes.
All right, so that's cool. Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
that's nice. At least you got some point earning opportunities. Continuing on. Yeah, because you gotta worry about some of these old guys.
Right.
Yeah. Who knows how long they'll make it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's very cool.
So it's not like fantasy football where I can like wheel and deal in the middle of the season and be like, I don't like my 174-pounder. I'm going to trade him with like my friend.
Yeah, not yet, Roy.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of like cool if you could sell him back at like 70% value. You know what I mean? What you paid.
Like Monopoly.
Just like I'm stocked down on Aaron Barnett, man. I'm just like, will anyone buy him? Or like you could have an auction. Like like you say, like I'm sure you guys like kick ideas around all the time, right? And like just figure out like and like you can only write code so fast, right?
Exactly. Well, we're fantasy football junkies, so
okay.
Like I say, I hope that we can get to that point at some point. But it's also kind of dependent on these leagues. Hopefully, Claw continues to go on for years and years, and it just helps us kind of steer the ship alongside them and create the ultimate fantasy wrestling league.
Right. So, yeah, and speaking of mean, you've got the Claw Fantasy for the season, but then you've also got, if you come over here to the events tab, you've also got like RAF 2, right? And then the different Claw dual meets as well.
Yeah, so these are the world famous pick'em events on
Right.
WrestleMatness.
Yeah.
And they're pretty popular. So Roy, I know you're kind of new to WrestleMatness. The thing that's really cool here, so yeah, you'll see the couple Claw events there that'll be team versus team. So we now have technology in there where the team score gets picked out as well. So that helps with tiebreakers. But you're going to choose the winning wrestler on every matchup, and that's 5 points if you get the winning wrestler. And then alongside that is you choose the type of victory. So fall, default, tech fall, major decision, and for freestyle, obviously it's a little different. Hey, we even done UFC events,
right,
where it's knockout, submission, stuff like that. So that really helps the scoring. It goes 4, 3, 2, 1 accordingly. If you pick a fall, you get 4 bonus points. That really helps that leaderboard be healthy and close. Everybody feels like they're in it to the end. But yeah, those pick'em events are pretty popular. We started out with brackets, but now these pick'em events, people like those more.
I mean, how crazy are wrestling brackets? You must lose your mind when somebody drops like on the day before. I can't even imagine. Like, I mean, they're just so not locked in, in wrestling that it's like you just got to be like sitting there, like hitting refresh, being like,
How much time do you have, Ralph? Let me tell you, it's my number one conquest in my wrestling journey is to figure out how, and I feel like I know how, but how I can convince other organizations to release these brackets early, much like the NCAA tournament, which they release those brackets a week ahead of time. That's why we've always been able to do that event. And if somebody misses weight, yeah, we have technology built in, but boy, I got to be paying attention. I got to get ready for that stuff.
Right, and I'm sure your idea guy brother, he's just kicking back. I'm like, I know how those idea guy brothers are.
Yeah, they just like to remind you that there's work to be done.
Yeah, they text you, hey man, somebody just dropped.
Yeah, I knew that an hour ago. But if I don't have to answer your text, I can get this done a little quicker.
So yeah, I mean, super fun. And then like during the wrestling season, you'll do like pick a variety of like hot matches from different duels and things like that. That's always like always a lot of fun to participate in. I mean, the tournaments are fun, right? Like I was like number 1 out of 800 after the first round of NCAAs. And I was screenshotting it and I was posting it everywhere. It didn't go so great after that, but like I was 1 out of like 819 or something after like round 1 in Philly.
Is that when we roped you in? Was that your first event with us?
No. I mean, I did Cliff Keen. I was Cliff Keen, I think, was my first.
Okay, you've been there from basically the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much square zero, right?
Well, let me just say thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. You're an OG, as we call it.
Right.
But yeah, that's the hook. If you're at the top of that leaderboard once, man, you're kind of hooked on Madness for the rest of your life, hopefully.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be doing a lot of dual meets this year. Last year we did 50 plus free events, and I try to drive that home because we put a lot of time into free events, and then we do charge for the NCAA tournament, and that's just asking for a little help back so we can keep this thing rolling. But yeah, the free events will be all year. And I don't know if you noticed our weekly war picks last year. This is a really cool event that it's a reoccurring leaderboard, and we're going to do this again this year.
Okay.
Where it's a season-long pick 'em, and each week I basically pick the best matchups.
Yeah, right. I remember that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't win.
Yeah.
But you can see,
maybe this year.
Yeah. So Nebraska PSU
from last year. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm never gonna like do well in Nebraska PSU. I'm just gonna see red, and it's just not gonna work out for me. So There's a weekly war, right? So I had 80 points, 15th in the league, 91 in Matt. Ooh, that's kind of brutal. We should highlight what I did well. Here, look at this. Minnesota, Ohio State. Number 1 in the league and number 1 on Matt, too. Look at that. 22 overall. I had a little run there. So I was like 1, 3, 7, 5. I was starting to feel pretty good. 4, 3. Look at that. I was like, that's kind of crushing for a little bit there. But it will humble you. Madness will definitely humble you. So important that people know that this is closing on Friday for the Claw event, right? And that's
correct.
That's the one you want to get in, because that's the one that's got the cash prizes, right? And so, yeah, for sure, make sure that you are jumping in. And
nothing to lose,
right.
And yeah, that's super cool. Any other like deadlines coming up, or we got RAF coming up, right? You got
RAF is coming up. I'm just waiting to get these official cards. You know, they keep teasing us with matchups.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get the full card sent my way here pretty soon, and then that way I can open it up to everybody to start predicting, and really growing that event. But man, I took a look at who's number 1 earlier today, and it's piling up with some people in there. So
yeah, that's right. We got who's number 1. We've got All-Star Classic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you interact much with the Flow guys, or?
Yeah, actually, the Flow guys play a lot, and CP and Kozak, they'll play in my private league, my Madness OGs league.
Well, I thought you said I was OG. I've not seen these invites. What's going on?
We'll get you in there from now on, Ralph.
All right,
There's no doubt about that. Now that I got your email. Yeah, so those guys play. Flo has been very helpful. Like you brought up those tournament, the brackets, the last minute like changes.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys have really stepped up and helped me out a lot, especially with the international tournaments. They'll say, "Hey, this is what's happening. You might want to change your bracket." So, all love to Flo, man. They've been very supportive of WrestleMatness, and they play, and people love playing against them. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, those guys, they love wrestling, and they give a lot back for sure, without a doubt. All right, Roy, did you have anything else for Clint? I really want to thank you. This has been awesome. Like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do during the wrestling season is get in there and put my picks in and stuff like that. So, wanted to like make sure everybody was aware of what was going on, and we appreciate your time. And wish you all the luck with the application. Did you have anything else, Roy?
No, I got my Claw team all set. Planning on winning.
Heck yeah! Hey, I had one more question for you guys.
Yeah, right on.
We're QuadR podcast here, right? So
right.
See, 2 R's. I got a Ralph and a Roy. Where's the other 2 R's?
Well, there's an R in report, and then there's an R in wrestling.
I see what you did there.
That's right.
Well played, Ralph.
For sure.
Thanks for the opportunity, guys. I really appreciate it. And hey, everybody, tell your friends, join the Madness.
That's
free
right.
for the most part.
Absolutely. Got to get it in by Friday, though, right? Make sure you're out there. And awesome having you on. You're our inaugural guest on our inaugural show.
Yes.
You did a great job. So we appreciate you.
All right, guys. Appreciate you too. So we'll talk soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Clint. All right. That went well.
Nice. Yeah.
It's lucky he's such a good guest.
Right? And that was having the boxes work and everything.
No.
Kudos to you.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen by itself.
No, right? There's definitely a little bit of effort going on there. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin, just give you a shout out. Clint said he's got all things set up for Journeyman. He's just piling more work on your plate. So, you know how that goes. He's like your honorary brother. All right. So, as you can see, what happened? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
Can you
what?
hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, sorry, that's what happened. Yeah, this is like technology. So Clint dropped, and then you became somebody you're not supposed to be. All right, guys, we're gonna have to do a little
Yeah.
technological things here.
Ooh.
I love
Like,
how, like, right when you started complimenting me about what a nice job I did, like the whole thing just went to never say nice things.
I thought it was kind of cool actually to see me zooming around like that, like I'm some kind of wizard.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that looks all right. Let's see here.
Every
All
transition, the
right.
rest of the episode is
All right.
suspect.
We're not doing any more transitions. We're stuck in this view the rest of the way now. All right.
Okay.
We have recovered. Excellent. So anyway, as you can see, we don't bite. If you want to be a guest, I think Kevin, hopefully you can jump on next week and get in here. But yeah, so sound check and video
Yeah.
check starts at 8. And we get rolling at 8:30 Eastern. So, and all right, excellent. Now we can talk about some stuff. All right, let's do it. So what do we got here? We got
Snyder's out.
we got RAF news, and there's a lot of RAF news, but so Snyder is out, injury allegedly, okay, being replaced by Alexander Romanov, and who was world 8th in 2019.
At what weight?
Man, I got a job, man. I can't do like that much research. I mean, world 8th. I mean, like, it wasn't like 57 kilos. Like,
I just remember Mason giving Wyatt grief about wrestling a 190-pound guy at heavyweight, you know. And so I think it'd be kind of funny.
Oh, right. If Mason
like
was
his exactly,
he was like a 57. All right. Your little thing on top of you's bugging me. All right, fixed. Okay, so let's just start with conspiracy theories. Welcome. Now, here's the premise, right? So obviously Penn State is very secretive, right?
Right.
Like they basically are always trying to put you off the scent. So you can kind of assume whatever Penn State says is like they're probably like not telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna work off the premise that Kyle Snyder's knee is fine. Okay, and this is just the head games that they play over there at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club, right?
Okay.
All right. So I'll go first. Okay. So the most obvious conspiracy theory is when Kyle Snyder signed an exclusive deal with RAF, right? He was not world champion and he didn't have basically any other options. I mean, he was, I don't want to say damaged goods again like that but he had an interesting summer, right? And like, so he signed, they lowballed him, and Kyle will help you build that reputation back, right? He goes out, smashes world champ, right?
Okay.
So he's like, hey, like, this might be a good time for a renegotiation of my contract. And then Khabib calls up.
Yeah.
And then says, hey, let me put my friend Sheik Omar on the phone. And he says, Kyle, we're doing a little tournament, $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
2 days work. And like, now his knee hurts.
Yeah.
So like this.
So you think it's gonna be like Gable Stevenson, like having an MMA fight like 1 week after he was too hurt to have a jiu-jitsu match?
Yeah, I So, right, yeah. So like I think that like the most obvious thing is that this is a, hey, my value changed. I want to renegotiate. I've got options over here. I'm not sure. Well, and it's so weird. Like I think when RAF first started, everyone thought like there was no like it's like, oh sure, I'll sign an exclusive contract, you know.
Right.
I don't want to wrestle CWA for $50. I want to, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, like
Yeah.
you guys are paying real money. And then all of a sudden, like the fact that RAF did so well and was so successful, like this all of a sudden now you have these other pro leagues that are like spawning up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And like they have, you know, I mean, if you're in Abu Dhabi, you know, I mean, I would
So it's going to be
assume,
like a Raw versus Nitro kind of thing.
well, and then I mean, there's that Russian league as well, right? The
Right.
PFW. So there's not just the Abu Dhabi tournament, but there's also that, and Snyder's wrestled in that Russian league before. So there's a lot of, I guess, what I would consider potential options that weren't there when RAF came out and signed everybody to exclusive deals. So that's the boring conspiracy theory. You got a better one?
Yeah, that's like the money conspiracy theory.
Right.
But like the emotional conspiracy theory.
So what is this angle?
That the international wrestlers showed him a lot of love as he went through his controversial situation.
Right.
And because they were just kind of like, we just value your obvious skill and talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the rest of the world is a little less Puritan in their view of life.
Right.
And so he might just be like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go live in Russia and wrestle over there and switch my whole life around.
The big move. Like,
yeah. Oh, big move. Maybe come back as a heel in 4 years to RAF.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
He might actually just, like, Sajulayev had that tweet after he won Worlds. And I don't remember seeing a whole lot of like pro Snyder tweets from USA people.
Right.
Only to say, like, in some snide kind of way, like, I'm surprised he did it. I mean, even I said on this podcast, I was like, you know what? I thought, no way is he going to win gold, like bronze, maybe.
Yeah, I'm surprised also. But, like, right, he has not officially, like, repented. Like you say, the American Puritan, like, we love a fallen hero, but he's got to, like, say they fall. They have to acknowledge the fall or else. So,
right.
Okay, so we've got the money, we've got the
genuine defection.
Yeah, the emotional, like, I'm just done with America.
I mean, what if he came back to RAF like repping Russia? You know, the way like Roman Bravo Young is repping Mexico. And
right, or he could just do like the black singlet thing, just not be fully neutral. You know, like
mercenary.
Yeah, right. That'd be a great character. Just Kyle the Mercenary Schneider, like yeah, or I mean, you know, that PFL league could be controlled by Russian gangsters.
What do you mean could be? Come on.
Right. So he may have some obligations that he didn't know about when he signed that contract with RAF. So there is that as well. So anyway, on a serious note, and I hope people know that we're just being tongue in cheek and having fun here, but on a serious note, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, super excited for Snyder versus Mason Paris. I mean, that was a match that moved the needle, right? And so, I mean, maybe we get it down the line. I mean, it could be that his knee is hurt. There's some small possibility that is actually what's going on here, but maybe not. All right.
Didn't some UFC fighter like bang up his knee doing a backflip after he won?
Oh yeah, I mean, people get hurt all the time for sure. So anyway, we did get some matches announced, right? We got a lot. I'm gonna go to the next slide. They kept bumping them in. I just kept, but so the big one they announced initially, the first big one that they announced was, you know, Kyle Dake's defending the belt, right? So we've got 2 title fights. We got NATO defending RBY, and then Kyle Dake versus Boris Makov. Aviov. Okay. So they wrestled before to a thrilling 2-1 finish.
Was that in 2013? Is that what the 13 means?
Yeah. If that don't get you pumped. And so I asked Grok, I said, Grok, tell me about Boris. What are his big wins? And then I said, well, what's the line for the Dake match? And Grok said Dake minus 400. So Boris has beaten Jaden Cox. Okay. So he is not completely unaccomplished. He doesn't look like the most exciting wrestler.
But he might not have.
Wake up.
That's just his photographer, man.
We're taking your picture. Right. They needed the guy who shot the world team, the U.S. world team.
Right.
For us, we need more depth. So anyway, that's out there. I mean, title fights are always kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, title fights allow you to parade around a belt. Title fights allow you to someone come up with a face-off. I mean, there's a lot of different things, a lot of good dynamics with title fights. So, I mean, I'm excited to see the title, and they have to start building their stable. Okay, so definitely that's out there. So as I mentioned, Snyder is out. They haven't updated the poster yet, so I just put a little X over Snyder's head.
Yeah.
Oh, they announced David Carr. David Carr versus the Egyptian, Rita.
Yeah.
Hopefully I said that right. I think that likely David Carr's a big favorite there. We seem to have this Egyptian pipeline.
Great.
So they're
down to scrap.
Actually, I like the guy that Wyatt. I mean, he's undersized for Wyatt.
Right.
But I mean, you bring him back at a different weight class. I think guy was pretty fun. And he had a good look. He looked like a good tough wrestler. They just announced James Green.
Yeah.
So going up against the multi-time world medalist. So and that's exciting. Sakazanov and Green is I haven't really asked or investigated the odds on that one, but that's an exciting match. I mean, I'm always down for watching James Green wrestle.
Yeah, when's the last time he did a actual competitive thing? Did he try to make Final X this year?
Yeah, he was at 70 and he was winning. Who beat him? Was it maybe he was really up on Caleb Henson or something? I forget. But he wrestled in trials or the open and was somebody ran him down, I think. Maybe someone in the chat. US Open, Cornell Kevin said.
Yeah.
And he looked good until he didn't, which is something you see with old guys, right?
Right.
Yanni beat him. Okay, that's legit.
Yeah, that's legit.
Right. I mean, speaking of looking good until you didn't, Yanni suffered from that a little bit too. So Yanni won 8-2, Kevin said. So, all right, so he's obviously in a good room. Obviously working out with really tough guys, James Green, every day.
No,
I mean, that middleweights in Nebraska are. I mean, that's stellar. The guys like Peyton Robb, the guys who graduated, like Peyton Robb, and the guys who are still there. It's a.
Now, did you size these photos yourself, or are you?
No, these are all the same. And then I kind of started stretching, and hey man, I only got so much time, man.
But the reason I ask is the way it looks is Kyle Dake versus Boris Makoev looks like the headliner, but of these three options, there's Kyle Dake versus Boris, there's Helen Rulis versus Samantha Stewart, and there's Pat Downey versus Jake Varder, which is the last match.
No, Tomasello RBY is going to be the last match.
You think that's going to be the last match?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I think that's a competitive belt match. I think maybe you I don't know. I think that's a competitive. So Downey, I think, will not be early.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so what? Give me your top 4 matches. What's the one you're most interested in?
I mean, I was interested in Pat Downey versus Jake Varner.
Okay.
And
Wow. All right.
yeah, that's like who there's just so much that can happen. So many
Mm-hmm.
question marks. I
Right. If Downey
think
looks
how
great, it'd be super fun if Downey like just goes out and smashes.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because he's been banned from basically any other competitive league. he's
Right.
he's running out of places he can compete.
Yeah. Helen Maroulis, I'm expecting her to run through Samantha Stewart. Sorry, I don't know that much about Samantha Stewart, but I'm really glad she's in this league. She's basically like the goat of USA women's wrestling.
Right. And if you're gonna like start bringing over like girls from Japan or North Korea, you got to have somebody who can beat them.
Or
and
roll or wrestle.
and like you're our only hope. Like right now, it's like,
Yeah.
and I think it'd be good to bring those
Right.
women over. I mean, especially North Korea and Japan too. They wrestle fun. I mean, they're great athletes. They're
Oh man, yeah.
yeah.
If a Japanese woman wins a belt, I mean, she's gonna be here a long time.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
She's gonna be a RAF veteran.
Yeah. She'll be collecting a pension.
So yeah, and I always like seeing David Carr wrestle, but I don't think he'd be like the last match for sure. Yeah, I'm curious if they make Pat Downey versus Jake Varner the last match.
No, one of the
You think
title
it'd be Kyle
matches.
Dake? I'm guessing it'd be Kyle Dake. That's to me the logical choice.
Yeah, so I think it, man, I don't know. I think you're probably right. It probably is Kyle Dake. People like big people more than little people, and like I think Tomasello, RBY. Well, it could go a couple different ways, I guess, but I think that's probably to me the most competitive.
I don't know if they want to end the pay-per-view on Mexico taking the belt though.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Which I
like,
think is like
I'm
it's not a guarantee, but it's definitely possible.
yeah, everyone's saying Tomasello RBY, which I agree with. I think that's the final match. But like, yeah, right. Do we know that Roman Bravo Young knows how to get to Mexico? I've seen videos of him there, like making the team and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he has in fact been there.
He grew up in Arizona. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
eating there.
Madness is like, as long as it's not Sonnen versus Ortiz. Yeah, I think maybe they scrapped that. I don't think they need it in this card, like right here. They've already got Bull Junk, and I apologize. I think I called him Bull Stuff or something last week, and so it's Muggsy Bull Junk. So apologies to Mr. Junk for not getting that correct. I think that's probably going to be like your first match.
Maybe that'll just be the running gag of the entire season if Tito Ortiz goes out on the mat. Calls out Sonnen.
He's gonna like
the match never happens.
Get him like nice and lubed up, and then he like rips off his suit. He's got a singlet on. Let's go right now. Because you remember, like, that was like way back. I don't know how old you guys are, like, and how much MMA like lore you guys were, but that was like an old like Lee Murray, the guy who went to jail like for the heist or whatever. But Lee Murray was that British fighter and got in a street fight with Tito, and like he knocked Tito down, and Tito was always like he slipped because he was wearing dress shoes, and like I mean, this is way deep in the archives of like, this is early like UFC, you know, but I guess I've been watching that for a while. But I remember like that was a whole big thing of like Lee Murray knocking out Tito, and Tito saying he had dress shoes on, and so like he could get a singlet and dress shoes, and like, yeah, there's lots of angles. Like you can just let Tito be Tito, I think, and like you're gonna get something out of it. It's not gonna be for everyone, for sure. All right. Any other RAF thoughts? I mean, card's shaping up pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, like adding James Green, it's like I feel like after you had like Caden and Mr. Junk, like you really kind of needed to make a nod to like the wrestling purists, you know. I think they did a good
Yeah.
job with James Green and Sakazanov as a, you know, that's a good one for wrestling fans.
Yeah, we'll see how we'll see
Yeah.
see how it fills out.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like they did 10 last time, and everyone said it was too long. So you could cut matches, or you could cut filler, and maybe they do both. You know, maybe this is pretty close to the card,
Yeah,
and I wouldn't hate that. Right? I mean, it'd be
yeah.
nice
This
to get some more sort of stable building matches. You know, a couple guys that you know are potential champs. Don't need to be huge names, but
the
anyway,
undercard.
yeah,
Eventually.
eventually. All right, awesome. Switching gears to Claw. So obviously the big thing is we already talked about it, but the fantasy league, right? You got till Friday. Get your teams in, compete with Roy and myself. There are prizes for cash prizes, right? First, second, third, and fourth place. So that's super cool. They did announce their total access package. So from what I understand, the model, yeah, Yanni Gomez, that would be hot, but they need to hang on to that one for a little bit, I think. But so $24 a year, okay, for the first year. You get every duel match, all matches in the condensed form, highlight reels, interviews, behind the scenes, special event coverage, fan community, film study. So pretty good deal. I think what they said is they're going to one of the dual meets is going to be free, like through various streaming services, YouTube. I mean, they've mentioned a variety of like YouTube, Flow, not sure. And then one of them will be available through Total Access. So half of it is going to be available to everyone, half of it's going to be Total Access, and then you also have some additional things with that as well. So that's cool. New GM. So this is like we talked about all these like opportunities, you know, that are popping up in wrestling, and so let's see here. So
The Beat the Streets is the GM of one of the teams.
Yep, Beat the Streets Detroit is so Henshaw backed out because I think, and that may be I I can't say for sure, right? I don't. What do I know? Nobody tells me anything. But
That couldn't stop you from speculating.
right, so let's go for it. So he's RAF. RAF's about the exclusive contract, right? I think there's more to that deal, like in terms of Henshaw is great content guy, and I think they're gonna bring him in and like he's gonna help them with content, you know, and marketing and things like that after he has his match. But I don't. That's just all speculation, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, he seems to have moved over to RAF, and so that created a gap, or I shouldn't say a space, an opening, if you will, here for Claw. And so Detroit beat the streets.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kevin's.
It's Claw is completely in PA, right?
So it's interesting. So the other Claw and then CWA, they were both like, yeah, mostly PA, but then like they just had an event in Detroit.
Okay.
The CWA did, you know, and so like I don't know, the Beat the Streets Detroit seems to want to do some collaboration, you know, with these upstart pro leagues. So that's probably what happened there.
Did I freeze for a sec?
Yeah, we're streaming,
Okay.
but I got internet connection issues.
Oh, it's you? Okay, because I'm looking at X. X is still going. I froze for like 4 seconds, I
Yeah.
think.
All right, give me 1 sec.
Gotta tell everyone to stop watching movies for 90 minutes. Hmm. Well, while we wait for Ralph, good for Beat the Streets. I'm trying to get involved in Beat the Streets out here in Oakland as well. They mostly fire things up around January, I think. So I got some time to figure that out.
Oh. All right, I'm back. You
You're
there?
back? I'm here.
Hopefully it's just a glitch in the matrix. Let me look at my streams here.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at the...
Yeah, it says 30 frames per second, so I think it was just a strange
I'm
thing.
looking at X, and now it's like went back in time. Well, anyway. Maybe
Yeah,
we should
it
just
does that. We're good.
Oh, no. I got back to now.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, where were we?
So Beat the Streets Detroit is going to be general manager of the Cicadas?
Yes.
Okay.
And they've like I said, they were involved in they just had an event in Wayne, Michigan for the CWA. So anyway,
right.
I don't know what that means per se. I don't quite understand the general manager role, but we'll see.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the draft, and so it's just sort of like auction it off.
Yeah, because Angelo Ferrari's one, so it can't be too overly
right.
Large requirements, right? All right, so we talked about rules last week. Still think that we need to bring the Baron on.
Yes. Cameo at least, maybe before every duel.
Right, little cameo with the Baron, right? He is on Cameo, so you can. So Cornell Kevin says the audio is cutting out. It looks like the stream's corrected itself. Give it a second, but let me know. I went to yell at everybody in the house, but they was just watching TV. I need a reason for this to happen. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. So, yes. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about the National Duels Invitational. This is a fun thing. Who are your top four? Kevin, who you got for the top four here? Who's going to be your seeded? You got four seeds. Who are they going to be?
Top four. You talking to me? You said Kevin.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Oklahoma State, Iowa. I'm just saying the 4 teams and not the number.
Oklahoma State. You're seeding Oklahoma State in the top four, huh?
Yeah.
I think Nebraska's one.
Nebraska? Yeah, Nebraska.
Gotta be one. After that, Iowa's got to be two. I mean, just for what they're returning. So, Caliendo, right? Runner-up.
Sure.
Runner-up, Drake Ayala, Angelo Ferrari.
Yeah.
So Nebraska's got to be number one. 7 All-Americans, multiple champions in their lineup. Iowa's got to be number 2. It gets tricky with the final 3. So Lehigh has a phenomenal lineup this year.
Yes, they do.
So does Lehigh creep into, the 4? So Ohio State, right? Okay, Cornell. Yeah, Ohio State's the other one. With Davino, Ohio State. Yeah, that's your top 3. Iowa, Nebraska, Ohio State. I think those are undeniable. I mean, Ohio State's got champions. They got Davino coming in their lineup. They have, I think they're going to be the 3 seed. So let's assume that, so we don't have to argue about that.
Okay.
So now, who's the 4th? The only other seeded team. Is it going to be Lehigh? Is it going to be Oklahoma State? Is it going to be NC State? Yeah, fully agree with Kevin that Nebraska, Iowa, Ohio State are the top 3. That last seeded one is the tricky one to really, so think about this from a marketing standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. So I heard, and I don't know if this is true, that Flo's going to cover it, but then ESPN has the finals.
Okay.
So Flo want Iowa, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, as a marketer,
You
that's
mean
what
you
you want.
mean everybody wants Iowa, Oklahoma State.
What I'm telling you is that like Flo wants that to be a semifinal and not the final because they don't have the final.
Right, right. Everybody. So Flo wants Iowa, Oklahoma State before the finals.
Right. I don't think
Yeah.
you can get that. I think Iowa has to be the 2, and I think Oklahoma State can't put them in front of Ohio State, can you?
Um, you could. Didn't Oklahoma State finish higher than them last year?
They did, but they
But they
graduated
lost.
multiple national champions.
Right, right. But so you could. I mean, you could just make the rule that it's just based off of last year.
Or you can make the rule that it's like
I mean, there's
Oklahoma
no
State's paying for this.
right.
So they're the ones. That rule could also work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to seed them. I think Oklahoma State gets seeded.
I think they get seeded too.
And like
Lehigh might be the 4th best, but a lot of it will be based on speculation because Crookham didn't even wrestle last year, and Stanich's like summer results are great, but it's summer results.
yeah,
So I think it's hard to seed Lehigh, even though they're great.
and then like the whole non-seeding I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the draw-in show. I mean, I'll watch. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get Lehigh, Lehigh, Nebraska, round 1 or whatever, assuming that they're not. I mean, like, so, I mean, I think it's brilliant. I mean, I think we seed too deeply in general. Like,
I still don't like it. I still don't like it.
So, seeding 4
I would
is
seed
perfect.
top 9. That's it.
Yeah, I think 4 is good.
4.
Yeah. So
It'll be great. I don't know if there'll be any. I mean, were you suggesting that Flo is gonna pull some shenanigans to try and get Oklahoma State and Iowa together if Oklahoma State isn't seeded?
I feel like they will lobby for what makes sense for them.
For like random.
Right? I mean, it's not wrong for them to do that, right? I mean, like, it totally makes sense, and I don't know. I mean, if we get Nebraska, Iowa, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, then if that comes out to seed, you get Iowa, Oklahoma State, you get Nebraska, Ohio State, and you get the winners of that. So probably Nebraska and Iowa or Nebraska, Oklahoma State in the finals. Nobody's going to complain about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, I mean, but speaking of like the event,
not to be a hater, but you don't think that there's a chance that Nebraska just had like a really good tournament last year and it's not going to do that well?
Like,
because Nebraska would traditionally do well at like Cliff Keen, right?
Right. They mix it up now. They do well at the backside now.
Right. And they didn't do well at Cliff. So they basically had one tournament a year where they just go all out. And are they going to use it for this, or are they going to save it for NCAAs?
No, I don't think. Right. I think that they're not going to peak for this. I don't think anybody's going to peak for this. I actually feel like Oklahoma State could win this just on the fact that they're going to care a lot more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of their home tournament. And so like there's
in Tulsa, right?
much more. Yeah. In Tulsa. So it's much more likely that they're going to be peaking. I don't think that Nebraska is going to like circle this on the calendar. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be good. I mean, they're a good team.
They're a good team, but I could see them not even making the final.
Yes. No, I agree. Like something could happen, but all right. So sponsored by Paycom. I always like to mention the people that are paying for it. Yeah, I think Minto is up. That's what I heard. I heard that Minto is up at 174, and he did look huge when I saw him. So, in some pictures. November 15th, 16th, at the Box Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Last I heard, live on Flow with ESPN having the finals. These things obviously change. I jumped out. All session tickets are anywhere from 120 for general admission up to like about $240. So, how does that compare? Big Ten tournament it used to be a few years ago, like at Nebraska and Michigan, was like 30 upper bowl, 60 lower bowl. When it goes to like Northwestern and a big city, small arena, it got more expensive. Like I think Maryland was like 30 upper, 60 lower for all sessions. So it's about, I'd say, 3 to 4 times, maybe let's call it 2x of what the last couple of years for the Big Ten tournament. NCAA tournament, which was I think like about 350 upper bowl, 450 lower. So it's pretty steep. I mean, you think about it, and it's interesting to me. Like I love like the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament because it's like it's working towards like, because it's individual, you're getting better and better matches, right? Whereas with this 9 a.m. on Saturday, you could have like Luke Stanish, Rock Hardy or whatever, like a great match, right? I mean, so, and that's going to be like the weird thing because like you can kind of plan your viewing in a tournament a lot easier.
Right.
Because like it's just kind of progressively getting to be better and better matches. Whereas like, I love the dual meet, but I don't know if I want to watch 9 of them.
Right.
Like, that's a long day. So anyway, I'm excited. I mean, I'll be watching. There's no doubt. I don't think I'm gonna go, but anyway, it's gonna be fun. But there's the lineup there. So they're going to have formats. So like Saturday, busting out 4 duels at 9, and then they're following that up at 11. So there's not a big break, Right. And that's one session, and then they're coming back and they're doing like 4 duels at 3, 4 duels at 5, and then that's day 1, right? And so like literally the first duel start at 9 a.m. and the second set of duels start at 7 p.m. So that's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
Like that's 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That's 12 hours of wrestling. That's like, whew, man. Like,
so are they so it's double elimination? You lose 2, you're out?
yeah, they're doing like a Conti bracket, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see like a Conti. No, if you lose in the semis, you just go for 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
Right.
Wait, so if you lose in the quarters. Yeah, all right, I got it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of wrestling. I'm interested to see how like a large scale dual meet like this actually like plays off with the fans. Like I say, tournaments are easier.
Much easier.
But yeah, Kevin mentioned 2nd and 3rd get the same prize money. So that's cool. All right, high low. We got time. We've been going for a while. You got your pen and paper out? You ready to do this?
I'm almost ready. Somebody wrote all over my paper.
All right, so this is high low. If you aren't familiar, Roy and I do one weight class a week. We look at who the highest ranked wrestler to not AA is and who the lowest ranked wrestler to AA. So we make our picks here. Also choose a favorite and a winner. So we are currently at 157. So if I transition,
are you sure? Didn't we do 157 last week?
Did we?
Yeah, Antrell Taylor.
Oh, we did. All right.
So we're at 65.
We're at 65. Man.
Yeah.
Can't do everything, man.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, we're on 165. All right, I'm gonna flip. What are you gonna be? Green, red?
I'll be green.
I get to pick. Ooh, I wasn't prepared for 165. Who do we got here?
This one's interesting.
Yeah. So who we got way out there? I think's got a chance. Some sucker's gonna pick Patty Gallagher, but his name's not Ralph. I am. Man, you know what? I picked Ryder Downey last week at 157.
You're right.
Because Flow updated their rankings. So, like, I'm going to do it again. I'm taking
Not AA.
Ryder Downey to not AA in 2 different weight classes.
Right.
And it sounds like I'm a Ryder Downey hater, and I'm not. He's a good wrestler, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But you might have picked Bianchi last week.
I think I did. And I kind of want to pick him again. Yeah. This is going to sound kind of crazy. No, I'm not going to do it. It's too crazy. There's just my instinct wants to pick Joey Blaze.
To not AA?
Not AA.
Ugh. The only way that happens is if he redshirts.
Yeah, that's all part of the thing.
Yeah, this is all part of the speculation, right? There is a lot of speculation that he will redshirt. So,
and I would get a lot of points.
A lot of points. Be a bold move.
I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm going Joey Blaze.
All right. So, who's your lowest ranked wrestler to
AA? Just for nostalgia's sake, I'll take Gunnar Filipowicz.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, with a name like Gunnar, you got to wrestle for Army, right?
Right.
Oh, Kevin says Skulls, but that's not very bold. He's ranked 9th. I'm gonna go Sparks. I'll take Sparks to AA.
All right.
So who's your winner? Be bold.
Bold would be Hunter, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go with Caliendo.
Yeah,
just for the fun of it. He gets closer every time.
I felt like, yeah, it's true. Even like I even felt like Amin was getting like better. Like just fighting him more, right? Just being like less intimidated and more like turning it into a fight, kind of thing. And so I think, right, I mean, probably my Penn State bias, but I don't think Messenbrick's going to win like 2 more titles. I don't see him being that head and shoulders above. But since you got Caliendo and Ladarian Lockett's not on the list, I'm going to pick Messenbrick as the winner.
Okay.
And my favorite to watch, none of these guys really jump out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Hunter Garvin. He's got some big stuff, right? He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he's got that. He was a Greco world champ at U23, right?
Something like that. But yeah, he's got some fun stuff. I'll go Hunter Garvin.
Yeah, I'm going Hunter Garvin too.
Yeah, he's easily the most fun out of this list.
Yeah.
It's kind of a brutal list for fun wrestlers, but
maybe we should also do like a least fun.
Yeah, I think that's a little too much. We're gonna not go.
That might be too much. Okay, fine.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely Hunter Garvin's the guy there. All right, so that's cool. I like that segment. It gets a little prep, get you excited.
Great.
All right, what do we got coming up here? We got U23 Worlds, October 20th through 27th. RAF on the 25th. CLAW, October 28th, 29th. We got National Duels, November 15th, 16th. I started like filling out my calendar. Like, so the purple is all wrestling. So like this is October. And then November is hot. There's a lot of claw going on in November. National duels going on in November. VMI at Michigan on the 9th. And then cools down a little bit in December. And then we get into duel season. Obviously, these aren't all the matches, but these are all the ones that I might go to. February. And then March. But honestly, like October and then like November, we full of wrestling, which is like pretty darn awesome.
Cool and new. Basically wrestling didn't start till after Thanksgiving for 95% of my life.
Yeah, right. Well, and like the dual meet season or whatever didn't really get kicked off until like after January.
Yeah.
That's when conference starts and stuff like that. But guys are signing, or teams are signing better non-conference duels and stuff like that. So, all right. This was like the Ask AI Anything segment, right? So we did a roast last week. So this was just I asked AI, this was Grok, to project the 2028 Team USA freestyle team. For each weight class, list the names with the likelihood that they are the team member expressed in a percentage. After their name, list each weight class on a separate line, but only use one line per weight class. So at 57, it starts out okay.
Right.
It's like, it says, so 35% Jax Forrest, and then and then 25% Nasir Starks.
Nasir Starks. I love it.
Right. And then Brandon Mosa, 15%. So anytime, I guess there's a lesson here that like, if you're asking AI to like write an email for you, read it. Don't just click send. Oh, that looks good. Because it's kind of smart, but it's not always that smart. 61 or 65, sorry, Real Woods 30%, McKenna 20%, Vance Vincent 15%. I mean, first two okay,
Josh
right?
McKenna, I like it.
And then right, yeah, exactly. 74, David Carr 40%, Kyle Dake 74, 25%, Keegan O'Toole 20%. Yeah, right. 86, Aaron Brooks 45%. So apparently they got some inside USADA information going on there, right? And Zahid Valencia 30%, Mark Hall making a comeback here, 15%. Kyle Snyder at 97, Trent Hidley and Isaac Trumbull. That's like actually a good list, right?
Right.
Did pretty good there. 125, Mason Paris 40%, Wyatt Henderson 30%, and Lucas Davidson 15%. So I don't know. There's somebody other than Lucas that should probably be in there. But so anyway, it was just interesting, right? That
I love Nasir Starks.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's our guy. Anyway, so you gotta I mean, if you don't know anything, you might as well trust the AI. But if you have some idea about what you're talking about, you probably should read it first. But anyway, we're gonna stay with that bit for a little while, little AI corner. So if you come up with anything, then all right, Kevin. Have a good one. Dual meet bingo. I'm gonna cover that again next week. We got some time on that, but we're already at 123. So we'll do a little best social. 6-4. You're coming up here on the weekly wagers. Do we got a wager for this week?
It's not the claw thing again, right?
Right, we already did that. So
yeah.
You want one?
I had a good one in my head earlier. I should have wrote it down.
That's all right. It is kind of, we should have one for our first show. Right? So pick the winner. Okay.
Oh, right. Weekly
pick the
wager.
winner of the duels. National Collegiate Duels.
How about that's not going to happen soon enough? How about...
Okay. What do we got?
How about this? Pat Downey versus Jake Varner. You can pick first. Just pick them.
All right. Pick them.
Yeah.
I know you love Downey, so I'll take Varner, even though I think Downey's going to win. All right, Varner.
But now I remember I was gonna make it like which match is the last match of the night. We can do that for next week.
All right, next week. Sounds good. All right, so a couple things. Best social. We got some different things. I'll probably try to do this fairly quickly. You got a hard stop or not?
Not tonight, actually.
Oh, not tonight. All right, cool. All right. So first thing here is CWA. So this was this, I think they came last week. It was like I saw it, like it's like, man, they're coming right to my neighborhood. I almost like drove over, but this is the Professional Folk Style League. And so they have they do a pre-show weigh-in show the day before. I mean, I like the production. They do some things, but I just think they have some like interesting like decisions. So there's the matches are 9 minutes.
Like running clock?
No, I don't think so. I think like 3-minute periods.
Okay. That is an interesting.
It is like it's like what's wrong with folk style? Matches aren't long enough.
Right.
Said who?
I think we need to
and then
settle some more.
And they were running like 2 heavyweight matches. I'm going, man. Like 2 9-minute heavyweight matches. That's kind of rough. So anyway, this was like the match, and as you see, going into the third 3-minute period here between Amin and Hall, we're locked in a tight 1-1 duel. Right. It's like whoa.
Duel.
Yeah, right. So that was like kind of crazy. So obviously, I support all pro wrestling leagues, right?
Yeah,
for sure. But I think it's just interesting that like to go to a 9-minute folk style match, and it's going to be a 9-minute folk style match, right? So, and you can say even with the extra time, Miles Amin is 1-1 in the third period.
do they do video reviews as well?
This could have been like a 15-minute match, and the score would have been 1-1 going into the third period if you had Miles. I mean, or not? That's not Miles. That's Cameron. I mean, Cameron. So, like, yeah, I thought that was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Go Big Red. I think that's kind of cool. Like that. Nebraska's doing all these like public practices, and then they established a student section.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're really leaning in. They're doing a lot of like engagement, with the fans and things like that, and they've got like a really fun and exciting team to watch right now. So cool to see, for sure. So Khabib announced his tournament, right?
Great. I have that post too.
Yeah.
I called it RDF, Real Dagestani Freestyle.
Real Dagestani. It's Abu Dhabi, man. I don't know. So this is cool, right? We went from like no pro wrestling to like now they're competing for people and things like that. So yeah. Pretty neat. So, yeah. I can't understand a word he's saying, but
did they say when it is, by the way?
Yeah, it's I want to say it's coming up pretty quick. I want to say like November or
it should have been on our upcoming dates.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say. Anyway, we'll get on it.
we'll lay the research down. So that would be cool. I mean, obviously, high level wrestling is always fun. So the U23 national team is just super stacked. I thought that was like Lilladall, Forrest, Blaze, Duke, and we already got a wager on how many golds they're going to win. But when you look at it, it's like it's a good team. I expect them to do very well. Let's see. So Kurt Fleet left, right?
Yeah.
And he did not get Bo Bartlett on the way out. He did not get bowed. He got is joining Lehigh Valley. Thanks for all the memories, moments. Take care. We wish you the best. Way to go,
Yeah.
Greg. Yay, Greg. Yay, Greg. It's like a very different exit. I thought that was like
Notable.
are they buying silence?
Ooh.
What is the
There's
what
a
is the
better way to,
motivation there?
Yeah.
I mean that's fun. I mean Lehigh's got a lot of big guys. They got
Yeah.
so it should be cool. Big Ten schedules are out, right? And then speaking of, so again, they announced a PWL, which is the Russian Pro League, announced they signed Zahid to a match.
Mm-hmm.
And then Willie said, well, he can't wrestle that because he has an exclusive deal with RAF. I just said, I guess I'm amused by all this drama, you know, around like these, like, I mean, we had nothing and now we've got all this competition for, you know, pro athletes and all that stuff. And it's cool, right? I mean, good for these guys.
Well, and it's so much more appropriate than like, hey, what's a 16-year-old going to do about college? You know, like,
yeah,
kind of,
right.
I'd rather be talking about adults signing contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, 100%.
Signed up to be professional athletes.
Yeah. Oh. All right, so you had the Khabib tournament also, right?
Yeah.
Game day. What do we got here?
Oh, it's just a funny sign.
Oh. How tough can Oregon be if they don't even wrestle? Nice. They used to wrestle, right?
Yeah, they used to wrestle. Yeah. Bring it back.
Yeah,
recruiting. This is just making fun of all the recruiting posts.
I do, yeah. I've enjoyed the Tater.
Yeah.
Following Tater, for sure.
And then Ray Higuchi's Deep Thoughts. You know, on my phone, this just shows up in English, so I did not realize that it would be in Japanese for you. But I'll read the translation.
Oh, yeah, it's translated on mine.
Oh, it's translated on yours?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll read it anyway. What is needed for popularization is needed for, and what is needed for high performance and competitive ability are completely different. Both are necessary and neither is superior or inferior. However, what I want to do is the latter, and I want to become a sage like Icho Kaori, who has pushed herself to her limits.
Yeah, so
I thought it was very timely with all the professional sports.
Yeah, my translation is slightly different.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, the last paragraph is, however, what I want to do is the latter, and I want to become like an immortal who has pushed themselves to the limit. Yeah. It's a little tighter. It's like,
tighter.
sounds all Highlander and, like, chopping heads and all that, man. There can be only one. Well, I mean, that is the... I mean, it is interesting. That's the, you know, the argument always with the Japan versus U.S. teams is like we have so much more depth, you know, and I'm sure that's true. We're a bigger country and we have more people that wrestle, but they pursue a immortality.
But it's also like they're not even worrying about if this is fan friendly, if the production is good. Like, if I was doing this in a basement with nobody there, it's no different than doing it on the world stage.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that's kind of the vibe of the Russians, right?
Yeah.
The Dagestanis and stuff. They, I mean, it's a very pure pursuit of wrestling excellence, right? And
I think in America, we've maybe a long time ago gave up on the Olympics as like an amateur doing it for the love of the game kind of thing. As soon as we started having professional basketball players in the 90s, it was pretty clear that we're just like sending, not that other countries don't invest in their athletes, but they still have that ideal of, I'm just a schmo from a small town who loved this sport and devoted my life.
Well, I think that in some respects, like like I don't know that wrestling's super popular in Japan, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like but so they do it, truly in a very, a pursuit of excellence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's definitely, I mean, I would agree, for sure that's
And that's just his attitude, by the way. I think Ono, after NCAA's, had a text or a tweet of like, "I've never seen this many fans at an event before."
right, yeah.
It's just him. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that was cool. All right, man. Awesome show. We ran a little long. Hope you guys, thanks for all you stuck around to the end. We always appreciate that. Be back next week. Cornell Kevin says he's jumping in, going to give us some hot takes, and he is very learned. So that's awesome. He's almost like Grok. You can just ask him anything, and he'll probably more accurate than Grok based on tonight's Ask AI Anything for sure. So we do appreciate everyone. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. This was the official show number 1. Thanks again to Clint from WrestleMatness. Couldn't ask for a better guest. So that was a lot of fun. You going to take us out, Roy?
All right. Toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.